Good morning, all. Welcome to this microbiology class. Today's topic is phosphorus cycle. So let's start this topic with the general information about the phosphorus. So what is phosphorus? Phosphorus is an essential nutrient for the plants and animals, and it is the second most commonly limiting nutrient after the nitrogen, and it is the main constituent of DNA, RNA, and some energy storing molecules such as ATP and ADP. Phosphorus is also a building block of certain parts of humans and animal bodies such as the bones and the teeth. Phosphorus is mainly found in water, soil, and sediments, and it in the atmosphere phosphorus found as a fine dust particles. And the main storage of phosphorus is in the earth crust is the sedimentary rocks, and generally on the land or on the soil the phosphorus is usually found in the form of phosphate, mostly in the form of inorganic phosphate PO4 minus, hydrogen phosphate or dihydrogen phosphate, and generally these phosphate are utilized by plant and animal to make their cellular constituent. And phosphorus never occur in free state, that is in gaseous state. It mostly occur in bound state or combined state as a constituent of protoplasm such as nucleic acids, phospholipids, some proteins, enzymes, coenzymes, ATP, ADP molecules, etc. in plants, animals, and microbes. So this is about the element phosphorus. Now phosphorus cycle. Now phosphorus cycle is the biogeochemical cycle that describes the movement of phosphorus from the lithosphere, hydrosphere, and the biosphere. Unlike the many other biogeochemical cycles, the atmosphere does not play a significant role in the movement of phosphorus, because the most of the cyclic transformation of phosphorus takes place in the soil, and that's why the phosphorus cycle is a sedimentary type of biogeochemical cycle, and there is no any gaseous phase in this cycle as like carbon and nitrogen cycle. Now phosphorus cycle. So generally the main two sources of phosphorus in the soil are, the first one is sedimentary rock, and second the phosphorus compound after the death of animal and plant in the soil. So these organic phosphorus compound which are deposited in the soil undergo mineralization by soil microorganism and convert it into an insoluble inorganic phosphate which includes phosphite and hypophosphite. Further, these insoluble inorganic phosphate undergo a solubilization by the nitrifying and sulfur oxidizing bacteria present in soil into a soluble inorganic phosphate. And now this soluble inorganic phosphate is assimilated by plants and microorganisms to synthesize their cellular phosphorus constituents such as protoplasm, nucleic acid, proteins, phospholipid, phytins, enzymes, some energy storing molecules such as ATP, NADP, etc. And this process is known as immobilization. And these organic phosphorus compound from plant then transferred to animal through the food chain, and after the death of these animals and plant, these organic phosphorus compound are again deposited into the soil, and such a cyclic transformation of phosphorus in this soil are nothing but the it's nothing but the phosphorus cycle. So what are the stages involved in the phosphorus cycle, which involves first is mineralization of organic phosphorus compound, second is solubilization of inorganic phosphate, and finally is immobilization of soluble inorganic phosphate. So first stage is mineralization of organic phosphorus compound. In this stage, the deposited complex organic phosphorus compound in the soil from the rock deposit in the soil and from the death and decay of animal and plant material in the soil are converted into an insoluble inorganic phosphorus compound by certain soil microorganisms, and this conversion of organic phosphorus compound to insoluble inorganic phosphorus compound is known as mineralization process. So in this mineralization process, the organic phosphorus compound are hydrolyzed or degraded by the phosphatase enzyme produced by some soil microorganism, which includes Pseudomonas, Clostridium, Staphylococcus, Bacillus, Penicillium, etc. Actually, there are two types of phosphatase enzyme involved in this process. First is acid phosphatase and second is alkaline phosphatase. And so it's depend upon the what type of organic phosphorus compound present in soil. So these two kind of phosphatase undergo hydrolyze this reaction and convert this complex organic phosphorus into the insoluble inorganic phosphorus compound. Now this inorganic phosphorus compound produced during this mineralization process are insoluble in nature, and these insoluble phosphorus compound can't be utilized by plant and microorganism to make their cellular constituent. So this insoluble inorganic phosphorus in soil now combine with some minerals like calcium, magnesium, aluminium, iron, etc. and form a insoluble inorganic phosphorus compound like calcium phosphate, magnesium phosphate, aluminium phosphate, and Fe phosphate, etc. So now second stage is solubilization of inorganic phosphate. Now the insoluble inorganic phosphate, inorganic phosphorus compound produced during the mineralization stage now undergo a solubilization due to the mineral acids such as nitric acid, which is produced by the nitrifying bacteria, and sulfuric acid produced by the sulfur oxidizing bacteria in soil, and then these are converted to inorganic phosphorus compound to convert it into a soluble inorganic phosphorus compound, and these soluble inorganic phosphorus compound in soil now serve as a source of inorganic phosphate, and now this soluble inorganic phosphate now assimilate or utilized by the plants and microorganism to synthesize their phosphorus cellular constituent. So this is the solubilization stage in phosphorus cycle. And now finally is the immobilization of soluble inorganic phosphate. So here the soluble inorganic phosphorus, that is nothing but the phosphate, is now assimilated or utilized by the plants and the microbes to synthesize their cellular constituent such as protoplasm, nucleic acid, enzymes, coenzyme, phospholipid, some energy store molecules such as ATP, phytin, etc. And this process is known as immobilization of phosphorus or assimilation of phosphorus. So during this immobilization or assimilation process, most oxidized form of phosphorus, that is nothing but the phosphate is a most oxidized form of phosphorus, is reduced and converted to a cellular organic phosphorus compound, and this result change in the oxidation of phosphate from 5 to 1 of organic phosphorus compound through the intermediate oxidation state +3. So both oxidation and reduction of phosphorus takes place simultaneously during this phosphorus cycle, and this reduction and oxidation is essential to maintain the phosphorus balance in the soil environment. Also some kind of soil microorganism which include some bacteria, fungi, actinomycetes also take part to bring out the oxidation and reduction of phosphorus in the soil, and because of this the phosphorus balance in the soil is maintained. And this rate of the immobilization of phosphorus in the soils is depend on some factor such as the pH of soil, the soil moisture, and the amount of available soluble inorganic phosphate in the soil, and some presence of other plant nutrients such as nitrate and sulfate in the soil. So now finally this organic phosphorus compound which are present in the plant are then transferred to animal through the food chain, and finally after the death and the decay of plants and animal, these organic phosphorus compound are again deposited in the soil, and finally this phosphorus cycle continuously working in the soil, and that's why this phosphorus cycle is a sedimentary type of phosphorus cycle, because the most of the cyclic transformation of phosphorus takes place in the soil, and this phosphorus cycle maintain the phosphorus balance in the soil environment with this phosphorus cycle. So this is all about the phosphorus cycle. I hope you have enjoyed this video. So see you in the next video with a new topic. So stay home, stay safe, take care.